In the Impact segment tonight, Donald Trump just came out with his first TV ad against Hillary Clinton. Let's have a look.
In Hillary Clinton's America, the system stays rigged against Americans. Syrian refugees flood in. Illegal immigrants convicted of committing crimes get to stay, collecting Social Security benefits, skipping the line. Our border open, it's more of the same, but worse. Donald Trump's America is secure. Terrorists and dangerous criminals kept out. The border secure. Our families safe. Change that makes America safe again. Donald Trump for president.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
The TV spot is part of nearly $5 million ad buy and will run in the battleground states Florida, Ohio, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania through August 29th. Joining us from Miami for reaction, Bruce Turkel, the CEO of Turkel Brands and author of the book All About Them. And in studio, Peter Shankman, founder of Shank Minds. So pretty slick ad, well produced, a contrast ad between Hillary's America and Donald Trump's America. I was struck by how he was able to kind of coalesce the illegal immigration problem at the border with the national security Muslim refugee crisis. Do you think that was effective?
It was effective. What we're seeing now is Donald Trump taking a stab at being presidential. You know, just the fact that we heard him say, I'm Donald Trump and I approve this message. He's been running for president for however long now, well over a year, and he's never said that.
Yeah, it sounded really good when you hear that, though.
Right, so to hear him say that, that tells me that someone in his campaign says, okay, look, every time you go off the rails, as it were, you give Hillary ammo to ignore you. So let's make her not ignore you by doing something that she does, right? She puts out ads like this as presidential candidates do. Let's make you a presidential candidate.
And I thought it was a pretty good ad. Bruce, if you look at the ad, it's also a shot at Hillary's trustworthiness because he links her to the rigged system, to the people that aren't waiting in line, that are committing crimes and are allowed to stay, and makes it seem like it's all one and the same, and she's going to be a third term of President Obama. More of the same, but even worse. Did you pick up on that?
Yeah, I thought that was a very effective line, more of the same, but even worse, which is actually an oxymoron, isn't it? But that's what he has to do. If it's a referendum, the election that is, if it's a referendum about him, he loses. If he can move the attention onto her and play it into the congruency and the continuousness of what he's been saying all along, he has the opportunity to move the message. The fascinating thing is to rise above, to take our partisan hats off and look at it as marketing technique. And in marketing technique, this is classic what he's doing. He knows who his people are doing. He knows who his audience is. Suburban security moms, and he knows how to go after them.
Yeah, because you saw at the end they have the image of the family. Yeah. Right. And this isn't just targeted at American workers or, you know, middle-aged white guys. You have the family there who needs protection from these outside influences.
That was an interesting point, that he went after people that Hillary has had a focus on for the past year. You know, it almost reminded me of the bomb ad back in the 60s, the one that changed the entire race.
Yeah, I was around for that one.
Yeah, the basic premise that, you know, your security, not just illegal jobs, not just jobs, not just illegals, your family's security, this 3-year-old child of yours security is up for grabs.
Right.
That's something we haven't seen him talk about.
Right, and now we also have a Hillary Clinton ad that we want to play for you. Here is Hillary Clinton's more famous spots. Take a look.
I'm Hillary Clinton, and I approve this message.
As a line of clothing. Now, where were these made?
These were made, I don't know where they were made, but they were made someplace. But they're great. It's ties, shirts, cufflinks, everything sold at Macy's, and they're doing great.
Where are the shirts made? Bangladesh.
Well, it's good. Okay. We employ people in Bangladesh.
Ties? Where are the ties made?
Have to work
These are beautiful ties.
They are great ties.
The ties are made in where? China? China. Ties are made in China.
Oh, look at the face on Donald Trump when Letterman got him. Letterman's still doing all the heavy lifting for the Democrats, even 4 years later. Bruce, what do you think about that? I mean, pretty cute ad, wouldn't you say?
Yes, and also, once again, very strategic. What's that old saying? When your enemy is destroying themselves, stay out of the way. The best thing Hillary Clinton can do is show us the Donald Trump that we've been seeing and show us the hypocrisy, show us the aloofness, show us the lack of compassion. And notice what was longest on that ad. It wasn't him. It wasn't the interviewers. It was the audience laughing when the tie was from China and he smirked, and then the audience laughing and laughing and laughing. And why? Because the message is he's going to make us a laughingstock. He's going to embarrass us. This is going to continue to happen. Very sophisticated advertising we're looking at.
Do you think it was a little rich that Hillary Clinton, who's raking in all this money from foreign enterprises and got caught taking the silverware out of the White House when she left for New York after her husband was finished, is accusing Donald Trump of being greedy?
Well, it's the exact same point where you have Donald Trump. They do the same thing. This is what they do. They're taking it to the, hey, this is how the other side screwed up. Let's play off of this. You know, the problem with that Trump is having right now is that he's said a lot more things. He's given Hillary a lot more rope in which he can be hung from the things he said. You know, TV appears. He loves to be on television, and all the stuff that he did prior to running for president, that's coming back, and that's just fodder that she can continue to
That's why Bill O'Reilly can never run for president, because he has years and years of TV moments that they could just cut up into a 30-second spot.
Of telling Peter and I that we're wrong over and over and over.
Exactly, yes, he's good at that.
That's true. That could take up a few years. And if you look at the stats here, Trump, I think this ad buy is about $4 or $5 million. It's his first one.
Right.
And Hillary's out there spending tens of millions of dollars in these battleground states. Is this too little, too late?
Well, again, that's the marketing aspect of it, and the fact that Donald Trump was able to use for the first year, he was able to use his platform.
Right.
Every time he said something crazy, he was on the front page. Right. Hillary never did that, and so Hillary was spending the money because she did it more traditionally. What Trump's realizing now is that using that platform works for an extended period of time until you're in the general. Now you're in the general, it has to be about traditionalism. So there has to be some tradition there.
Okay, Bruce, real quick, who's going to win the ad wars, Hillary or Donald Trump?
Hillary's going to win the ad wars. Remember that saying, don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Don't hate her because she has the money and she knows what she's doing. This team is in place. They're doing it right. Trump is playing catch up.
That's right. Well, I think Trump needs to spend some apprentice money.
Not a
put
bad
that
idea.
money to work on the air.
Fire
I
a
think
couple
a lot
more
of
people,
it
right.
catch
A
up
lot
with
of
her.
it.
All right, Bruce, Peter, thank you guys very much.
Thank you.